Today we're going to be talking about perimeter. Before you leave, I want you to know our target, which is to define perimeter and to calculate perimeter. Perimeter is super simple. But before we go into that, we're going to go over some shapes that we should know, and we're going to know the sides of them. So today we're going to be talking about a hexagon, a triangle, a square, a rectangle, a rhombus, and a pentagon. So a hexagon has 6 sides. We know that because hexa equals 6. Triangle has 3 sides because tri is 3. We have a square. A square has equal sides. So all the sides are going to be equal when it has 4 sides. A rectangle also has 4 sides, but the length and the widths are different, but the length is equal to the length and the width is going to be equal to the width. We have a pentagon, which has 5 sides because penta equals 5, and a rhombus has 4 sides also, but it has different angles, so it's different. So now that we know that, we're going to go into our notes. Today I have fill-in-the-blank notes for you. I've already filled mine in because I'm here. And so let's go into that. So the first fill-in-the-blank is going to be the definition of perimeter. Perimeter is the distance around a 2-dimensional shape. We calculate perimeter by measuring all the sides of a 2-dimensional shape. So I have the fill-in-the-blank. Perimeter is the distance around a 2-dimensional shape. We measure perimeter by adding up all the sides of a 2-dimensional shape. So after you get that filled in, I'm going to show you a way we can think about perimeter. So we're going to be looking at my carpet. So my carpet is a rectangle in my kitchen. So if I start walking around this, I am going to be walking around the perimeter of this carpet. So if you ever lose your train of thought about perimeter, just remember it's all the sides of a shape. So let's think about it in a different way. Does anybody have a dog that sniffs around your backyard or your house or do whatever? Your dog is sniffing around the perimeter of whatever he or she is sniffing around. So when you go home today or when you get out of this video, I want you to get your mom or your dad's attention or someone's attention and then start walking around something. You're gonna be like, look, and you're gonna ask, what do you think I'm doing? And they're gonna say, well, I don't know. And you're gonna be like, look, I'm walking around the perimeter of whatever I'm walking around. And whoever you're talking to is gonna say, what is perimeter? And you're gonna define it, and you're gonna say, perimeter is the distance around an object. So now that we know that, we're gonna go and we're gonna start measuring some perimeter. So I'm gonna draw a little rectangle right here. So not perfect, but it's okay. I have a side, and I want you to start drawing this in your little square. So just draw with me. And I've already have the square on your notes for you. So we have a length as 12, and then a width as 7. So we know that the other 2 sides are going to be 12 and 7 because it's a rectangle. So I want you to draw it on all sides of your rectangle on your notes. That's where I want you to fill it in. So to calculate perimeter, we're going to do length plus width plus length plus width. So we have our numbers already, so we're going to do 12 plus 7 plus 12 plus 7, and equals 38. So another cool way to do this for rectangles is a formula right here. We have 2L plus 2W. And so this is multiplication right here. So we have 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So if we're going to do that for this problem right here, we would have 2 times 12 plus 2 times 7. So 2 times 12 equals 24. And then we have 2 times 7, which is 14. We're going to add those together, and it equals 38. This is a cool way to check your work if you want to do the multiplication. So if for 2 times L plus 2 times width, you get 32, and for length plus width plus length times width, you get 38, then you know you did something wrong, and so you have to go back and you got to check your work. That's awesome, so you can know that you're getting the correct answer. So, but you don't always have to do it. It's okay. You don't have to do it if you can still calculate all the sides if you like. So, now that we've filled in this blank right here, and those are my notes for y'all, we're gonna go into this little buddy right here. So I'm gonna draw it real quick. Okay, so it has a side as, well, the notes has it as 16 inches right here, 16 inches right here, 21 inches right here, 10 inches right here, 37 inches, and then 26 inches. Now on your notes, we have a question. It says, if we are finding the perimeter of this shape, how many numbers would we have in total to calculate? And we know that it's 6 because we can count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we know there are 6 sides. So we know that if we're calculating, we have to have 6 numbers. So let's calculate it. So we're gonna have 20, I'm gonna start right here. I have 26 inches plus 16 inches plus 16 inches again, plus 21 inches plus 10 inches. Oops, and I don't have enough room, so I'm gonna do plus 37 inches. And I give you a little time to calculate it. So you can pause the video and calculate it if you like. But it equals 116 inches. Notice how I'm still putting inches right here. If your perimeter calculation has a unit of measurement, you always want to put it there. So, for example, let's say that you're building a swing set, or not a swing set, you're building a tree house. If you have measurements of 16, 10, and 11 inches, for example, but you forget to calculate it and put those units of measurement on there, how are we supposed to know how to calculate it? So if 10 plus 10 is 20 and 11 plus 20 is 31, how are we supposed to know that it's 31 inches if you don't put it there? So just make sure that you're putting the units of measurement. So the question, that second question is, what are the numbers to add up? And we just went over that with 16 inches plus 16 plus 21 plus 10 plus 27 plus 21, I'm sorry, plus 26 equals 116. So now that we know that, I have a worksheet for you. And the worksheets are super fun. And we have word problems, and then we also have some fun little shapes to do. So we're going to go into the shapes first. I'm going to work the first one with us. And it looks like a weird little shape. I'm going to draw it real quick. It has little plus okay. There we go. A little awkward shape, but it's okay. It says that this is 6 inches, this is 1 inch, this is 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, and then 5 inches. So let's see how many sides we have to calculate. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 6 again. Would you look at that? So we're gonna have to have 6 numbers to calculate. So we're gonna have 5 plus 6 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So we know 5 plus 6 is going to be equal to 11 plus 1, which equals 12, plus 2, which equals 14, plus 3, which equals 17. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry about my dog. Plus another 4, which equals 21 inches. So now that we've done that together, I'm going to have you guys work on these two by yourself. And if you're working with somebody, I want you to work alone. And then when you guys are done, I want you guys to pair share. And if you guys get the same number, I want you guys to high five each other and have so much fun, and then we're gonna move on. So now that we've done these shapes, we're gonna go into a few little word problems. I have 3 word problems for you. So let's work on the first one with one another. Let me erase my board, but we're gonna work on the first, actually let's work on the third one together. So the question states, a pentagon has 3 sides that are the same length and 2 sides with different lengths. The 3 sides are 9 yards long and the 2 sides are 11 and 8 yards long. What is the perimeter? So I'm going to draw myself a little pentagon. We know that pentagon has 5 sides because penta equals 5, and we did that before we went into perimeter. So let me draw my little pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the question reads, and I want you guys to circle the key words in this. A pentagon, we're going to underline pentagon so we know that it has 5 sides. Has 3 sides that are the same length and 2 sides with different lengths. The 3 sides are 9 yards long and the 2 sides are 11 and 8 yards long. So I would circle a pentagon with 3 sides that are the same length and 2 sides with different lengths. I would underline those. The 3 sides are 9 yards long and the 2 sides are 11 and 8 yards long. And then I would totally circle what is the perimeter, so we know where we're going to be going over today. So we know that 3 sides are the same with 9 yards long, and we're going to go with these 2 right here. You can choose whichever ones you want, but I'm just going to go with the 3 that are right here. So we know that are 9 yards, 9 yards, 9 yards, and then we have 11 yards and 8 yards. So we're going to know that we're going to have 5 numbers to calculate up today. So we have 9 plus 9 plus 9, or if you want to do something fancy, you can do 9 times 3, because you have 3 9s, plus 8 plus 11. So 9 plus 9 plus 9 is going to be equal to 27, plus 27 plus 8. So 7 plus 8 is 15, and then 2 plus 1 is 35. And then 35 plus 11 is going to be equal to 46. So that's your number right there. But let's say we did it this way. We did 9 times 3 plus 8 plus 11. So we do PEMDAS, which is order of operations. So 9 times 3 in the parentheses is going to be 27 plus 8 plus 11. And that's a great way to calculate your work too. So if you get a different number right here and you get a different number right here, then you know you did something wrong. So now that we know what perimeter is, you should be able to do the other problems by yourself. I have the worksheets available. So I want you guys to do questions 2 and 3 on this one right here by yourself. Make sure you show your work so you know what you're doing. And then I want you guys to do the first 2 on the perimeter problems up here. Thank you for watching.